Hello, my name is Wallace Judd, and I'm president of Authentic Testing. In the next few minutes, I'd like to introduce you to item efficiency, probably the most productive item statistic that can be calculated for performance. Item efficiency reduces test time, improves test reliability, and selects an item authoring template. Let me tell you in advance, item efficiency is specifically designed for performance tests that have a cut score defining competence. In a minute, I'll show you how to calculate item efficiency so you can use this technique yourself. But before I get into the details, I want to show you why this process works so well. We use numbers to reduce complexity. A person has two prominent physical measures, height and weight. The measured body mass index combines both of these by dividing the weight by the height squared. The body mass index, or BMI, is a useful description of a person's physique. Numbers describe car performance as well. A car can travel a distance in a certain amount of time, and distance divided by time equals speed. If a car's speed changes from 1 minute to another, the change in speed divided by time is equal to acceleration. Notice that by combining numbers into a single measure, we have new insight into either body mass index or a car's performance. Item efficiency uses three item parameters: p-value, the probability of a correct answer; item test correlation, the item prediction of test score; and average test time, and combines them into one. Here's some of the original data you get from a performance test. Item identifiers, the examinees, each examinee's score on each item, and the maximum points for each item. You can calculate the average score for each item. This is simply the average of the item scores calculated across all the items. But the score is more meaningful as a percentage of the total points available. The average item percent is just the average divided by the maximum points. So here's the average, and here are the maximum points. This is the average percent for each item. The average percent is shown in this graph. Doesn't tell you much, but it is a descriptor of how easy or how difficult the item is. The next step in calculating item efficiency is to calculate the item correlation. First, you have to calculate the total test score. This is simply the sum of all the item scores for a specific individual. And then this is calculated for all individuals. Then you calculate the correlation of item score with total test score. And this correlation is calculated across all items. This graph shows both item correlation and average test score. Notice that there's no immediate relationship between them. Item 8 is an relatively easy item and has a high correlation with test score. On the contrary, Item 2 is an easy item, and it has zero correlation with total tests. To calculate item efficiency, the performance test must have a cut score. In this case, because the items are fairly difficult, we'll use a cut score of 43%. We will calculate a value which approximates to item information by combining the average cut score and the correlation of the cut score to total test score. The formula here is 2 times the correlation plus 1 minus the absolute value of the difference between the cut score and the average item score. That value calculated across all items is an approximation for item information. Here's the information for each item graphically. It doesn't tell you the efficiency, but it tells you how much information is available in each item. This is the item time that was collected from test administration. It shows the time in hundredths of a minute that each candidate took to complete each item. This is simply the average item time across all candidates, and then it's calculated for each item. As you can see, item time was quite variable in this test. At this point, we've calculated the average item score, the item test correlation, combined them into the approximation of item information, and calculated the average item time. Item efficiency is simply the amount of item information divided by time. And that efficiency is calculated across all items. The graph here shows item efficiency, which is information divided by time. Notice that the green items are highly efficient. The red items are extremely inefficient, and the yellow items are between. Item efficiency allows you to reduce test time while maintaining or even improving reliability. It also provides examples of items for item authors. To create item efficiency measures for your tests, use the formulas in this demo. You'll need maximum points, a cut score, item scores, total test score, and item times on a separate sheet. Simply enter each formula into column B and then calculate them across all items. I hope you found this little demonstration helpful and use item efficiency to enhance your performance tests. Good luck in testing.